So I know y'all thought I fell off a cliff, but we back, baby, with Off the Cuff episode 2. As you know, we here with all things sports, coming straight off the cuff, talking big trash and making even bigger statements. So as I always say, with no hezzy needed, let's get right into this thing. So being that this is the first episode back, I find it right that we started off talking about my favorite sport, Major League Baseball.
Stop the cap.
And the Braves. Cameo, who they have over there? Isn't it Chipper Jones? Andrew Jones?
What?
Tom Glavine?
Bro.
Greg Maddox?
Dog.
Good. No. But on a more serious note, I want to give big congrats and shout outs to the Atlanta Braves organization as they snapped a 26-year drought and brought back the World Series here to Atlanta. I mean, when you think about Atlanta sports team, what do you think of, right? Going up 3-1 and giving it away, or going up by 30 and finding a way to lose. So for them to bring home this championship for the first time in 26 years, huge. We're talking about a team that was stricken with injury early on in the season. Wasn't it Ronald Acuna who they lost to an ACL tear back in July? I mean, that's their young phenom, NL Rookie of the Year in 2018, and only from there his greatness has grown. So for them to make it this far and bring home the World Series, huge congrats to that organization. So one crazy thing I heard about the Braves during this World Series run, and it was pretty airy. Hear me out. Before the All-Star game, they won 44 games. After the All-Star game, they won 44 games. And they took home this year's championship in the 44th week of the year. I mean, it's crazy. The same year where they lose a legend in Hank Aaron, guess what number he wore? 44. Is huge. Shout out to Hank Aaron, the legend, the GOAT, the Atlanta legend, the baseball legend. Now that we have that out the way, let's talk about sports that everybody likes to watch now. Right? So, as you know, the NBA season kicked off a couple weeks ago. And before the season, you know how we do. We make all types of predictions, talk about all the things that we think is gonna happen. Now, before we could even get to that, the offseason was stricken with controversy that's even lingering into the first half of the season so far. Being that of Kyrie Irving and him not wanting to get the vaccination, leaving his boys KD and James Harden hanging. Or what about Ben Simmons and him saying, you ain't gonna force me to shoot no free throws. Him and Embiid is a perfect couple. Both of them crazy. But anyway, I digress. What we're really here to talk about is the Golden State Warriors. Now, if you had told me before the season that the Golden State Warriors were not only going to be one of the best teams in the West, but one of the best teams in the NBA without Klay Thompson and without their future big man, the rookie, who's actually going into his second year, James Wiseman, I would have laughed at you. What you mean? But here we are, talking about Steph Curry again and the greatness that he exemplifies shooting that deep ball. I agree. And listen, he's the greatest shooter of all time, but I'm not going to bore you talking about all those shooting accolades that we already know that he has. Or I'm not going to talk about single, quadruple, single Draymond Green. I'm here to talk about Jordan Poole. And the second coming of the glove, Gary Payton the second. You see how this man been dunking up on people?
Nice find.
It is crazy. The Golden State Warriors, I said before the season started that they would barely make it to the 7th or 8th seed. But now, watching the way they're playing, with Klay Thompson coming back here by Christmas and then a late season pickup or bring back on of James Wiseman? Listen, the Golden State Warriors are a force to reckon with. I'm not officially on ESPN, so I feel like I can change my statement from before the season and say they are going to be in the running. So another sport that everybody likes to watch, the NFL is already meeting its midway point through the season. And what a season it's been up to this point. I mean, this thing been exciting, especially for me. You know, in the words of the great Skip Bayless, woo! How about them Cowboys?
Bruh, Cowboys are losing 30-0 right now.
Wait, what? Who they play?
The Broncos.
Ain't no way.
In the fourth quarter.
Ain't no way, boy.
Check your phone.
Fucking shit.